In this last segment, we dealt with provisions found in property and casualty policies, and we challenged you a bit with coinsurance equations. Remember, the equation by concentrating on the did over should formula. That is, what amount of insurance did the insured carry compared to the amount of insurance the client should have carried. This can come in handy when working with clients and insurers when considering potential issues associated with being under-insured. We also looked at who is considered the first named insured and their rights and responsibilities. Remember, the first named insured kind of holds the cards in the policy. They're the only person allowed to make changes to the policy, like changing deductibles or adding or deleting coverage. You also studied simpler concepts, terms, and definitions, such as policy period, territory, and deductible. While simple in nature and concept, those terms are things producers must explain to their clients in order to conduct business professionally. The section also worked with two more specific definitions, vacancy and unoccupancy. Remember that there's a distinct difference between a vacant structure and one that's unoccupied. Vacant basically means the structure is empty, has no tenants or residents, and has little if any personal property in the building. Unoccupied simply means there's nobody home, but it also means the home has not been vacated. P&C carriers are not fans of vacant properties. Because of this, the vacancy provision in a property contract will generally reduce or eliminate coverage if a property is vacant for more than 30 days. The next to last section is going to explore additional provisions found in these policies. You'll be introduced to some new terms and concepts also. Cancellation and non-renewal are explained. You'll see that cancellations can't just happen. The insurer must have a legal reason to cancel a policy. On the other hand, a policy owner may cancel the contract at any time and for any reason. We'll take a look at deductibles again, but get a bit more detailed and look at the types found specifically in P&C. At some point, you'll probably have clients with more than one policy for a particular risk or loss. In P&C, this situation is addressed through the use of concurrent and non-concurrent contract provisions. We also explore terms that define how losses are settled when there's more than one policy in force covering the same loss. Obviously, a person can't collect multiple times for the same loss, and the insured cannot profit because a loss occurred. In a sense, carriers will coordinate coverage between them to be sure the correct payouts are made based on the contracts in force. Then we'll conclude with a discussion on the types of limits available in the marketplace. Remember though, this is purely an introduction to the concepts and terms used in the business. We'll go over it in more detail later. Take notes if that helps you. We'll use much of the terminology throughout the balance of the course. And let us know if you need help. That's what we're here for. Let's get going.